What's going on, everybody? Judd Burden here with Asphalt Kingdom, here at Charlotte, North Carolina at the Charlotte Convention Center for the National Pavement Expo 2023. Here with my brother from another mother, Mr. Brian Hess. Good to be here with you, brother.
Good to be here with you, man.
We are sitting here at the One Team booth, right? There's Top Contractor School in the background. We've got the pavement group on the background over there, and then there's the One Team on the shirt. So why don't you tell us a little bit about how that all came to fruition?
Yeah, so a few months back, man, we were talking about, just the network of contractors and the community of contractors that we're surrounded by. And we didn't like the terminology that we were using around that, whether it be certified partners or subcontractors. And consistently, we always just said, we're on the same team. We want to value people and be able to, give back to those contractors that do so much for us. And we came up with this idea of just brand it as one team, and so that people that support us and support our mission and support what we're doing, genuinely feel part of the team. So to call them team members. They are cultural employees of everything that we do. When we partner with contractors locally, they do become part of our team, and so that's where the whole idea came from.
It's incredible. So I met you about 4 years ago, right? About 4 years ago.
Yep.
And I remember where you were 4 years ago. I remember where we were 4 years ago. And I've watched absolutely exponential growth take place over the last 4 years. It's been an incredible journey to be a part of and to watch what you've been able to unfold. And it's very, very unique. It's not something that everybody is able to do, obviously, on this planet. I'd love to hear from you what the key factors in actually scaling and growing as fast as you have. What are three of the key factors that has really launched you into this hyper-growth mode?
I think, well, thank you for the compliments. I think it's simpler than people make it sometimes. I think that the number one, and not in any particular order, but the most important, I'll just say this, is you have to put people first, and you have to build an organization from the inside out. It starts with who you hire, how you bring them on, how you pour into them, how you value them, how you create a culture. Culture's thrown around a lot, but it's not necessarily always, built properly. And so you can never put profits over people, and that's another thing that people throw around a lot, but it's not necessarily always followed. And so every year that we've had growth, exponential growth, I always say to the team, we probably could have done $7-10 million more in business, but what would it do to our people if that was the case? And so finding the right people is most important. And then when you get those people on board and you get them inside the company, not giving up on them, right? Creating a program where we continue to pour into people. Communication is everything. Creating open communication is everything. But when it comes down to it, it's about valuing people and bringing the right people in. I would say build first before you scale. Sounds simple, but a lot of people in this industry specifically, they go after the work and they overwhelm their company and themselves with too much, and then they try to build. We've done a really good job of building the foundation. I always say that we were kind of blessed in 2020 that COVID slowed us down, because we were able to build out technology, resources, dedicate the time. When everything was shut down, we were working on the inside of the company and really building the foundation that enabled us to scale over the last few years exponentially. Continue to scale, because it's easier to double or triple in size when you're small. But as you get bigger, it gets a little bit more difficult. So those foundational elements. And then the last part is really just continuing to evolve your own vision. I just thought about this morning, what we're doing right now. There's things that we're doing. I am a visionary type of person, but there's a lot of things, man, that I couldn't have seen us being capable of 4 years ago when I met you. There's things that unfold, and if that vision doesn't continue to grow, going back to the people side of things, if your people's vision gets close to yours or it starts to hit the lid of the organization, those people either leave or cause a lot of problems within the company. And so I think it's always cast the vision, create the processes before you have the profit flowing in that can actually support it, and always continue to value people and make that first in your organization, and everything else will take care of itself.
You know, it's interesting, right? It's like, what are the key 3 factors that have contributed to your hypergrowth? And you didn't stop talking about people. And that for me is something that is so extraordinary, right? It's a lot of people get stuck in their numbers and their sales and all the different pieces. Not to say they're not important, but they get stuck into the granular transactional aspect of their business rather than the actual culture of the company and really building the people so that they can help build the company. And that is such a special response. So I appreciate you staying on all of the people, because that's what it's about, right? And so the one team, when I hear one team, it's not just the Pavement Group and TCS and me and Ricky behind the camera and it's one team. And bringing that together, to me, when you told me about that, was something that sounded really, really special. It didn't just sound special, but you can see all the smiles here at the booth between TCS and the Pavement Group and other people that are passing by. You can see all those smiles, and that one team brings that together. So congratulations on doing that with the team. Special, man.
Yeah, you know, I think that people sometimes have too small of goals that don't allow them to, you know, get out past the granular stuff, if that makes sense. You know, it's like when your goals are big enough, you really have to figure out what is it that's going to drive all of this. And, you know, from the beginning, I've always been, you know, a big people-focused person, a people-focused leader. But man, you realize how important it is. And, you know, from a social media standpoint and the work that we do and the marketing that we do on social media, we've been able to attract. I wouldn't even call it recruiting, right? Because a lot of people, there's hiring, then there's recruiting, and then there's, you know, attracting. And so when you put yourself out there and you are transparent about who you are and what the mission is and what the vision is, you know, the people that want to be part of that, in today's world, we have the ability and technology available to attract those people without, you know, having to go through a crazy interview process. Like literally our interview to hire ratio is extremely high. Because we get people who are already qualified based on the messaging and the, you know, everything that we put out there. It just attracts people that are like-minded and like-hearted and want to be part of what we're doing.
It's incredible, man. Let me ask you, what is in store for you over the next year for Brian Hess?
You know, really focusing on scaling the company. We've got some really cool technology that's coming out here in the next month. We're working on, hopefully it comes out in the next month. We're very close to releasing that. That'll be a game changer for the one team, for, you know, our contractors and our employees and our customers. You know, continuing to scale the company, recruit the best people in the industry and outside the industry to be able to join this. It takes a lot of individuals to be able to push the train down the tracks. For me, you know, personal development is a lot, so continuing to put the work in personally so that I can, you know, pour out of a full cup to other people, and just continue to expand the vision, man, and look at, you know, what's next, where do we go, how do we expand, how do we continue to grow the brand, to grow the community, and to grow the people that are attached to us.
It's incredible, man. It's absolutely incredible. Well, I'm super, super excited for you. Excited to be sitting here with you right now, having this conversation, and to watch you continue to bloom and flourish, man. It's a special thing. For the people watching right now, I know there's going to be somebody watching right now that may be considering starting a business on their own, and might be a little bit fearful of that, which you can completely understand, because, of course, starting something that is brand new and maybe coming from a job or being laid off as, you know, you might worked as a tech in a company, a software company, or wherever you are. I know there's a lot of layoffs taking place right now, and people are looking for new opportunities. For somebody that might be looking right now and on the edge of starting their own business, what would be your best advice to somebody that's watching?
Man, I would first say it wasn't that long ago that I had that same fear. You know, it was less than 5 years ago I was in that position myself, and it's crazy to think about, right? And I would say the sooner you do it, the faster you're going to learn. You know, take calculated risks, don't be reckless, but man, take the leap, believe in yourself, dream big, and surround yourself with the right people, dude. And if you get the right information and you have the right people that will continue to encourage you and motivate you and inspire you when you need it, there's nothing that you can't accomplish. And, you know, I think that too often people try to fit into the mold of whatever their family, you know, has done. You know, for me, there wasn't a lot of entrepreneurship going on around me, so it was extra scary to me because I wasn't familiar with it. I didn't even know how to register a business to get a tax ID number, right? But once you figure that stuff out, man, it's awesome to be able to build your own dream, from the inside out. And whatever you dream, you absolutely can achieve. And, there's a lot of people in this world that will tell you the opposite because they want to keep you safe. But you never want to be the person that dies with those dreams inside of you, man. So take the jump, surround yourself with the right people, and put in the work, man, and the rest will take care of itself.
Awesome, man. That's so great. Where can people find you?
Real Brian Hess on Instagram, the Pavement Group or Top Contractor School, just spelled out just like they are on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn. We're pretty much anywhere you're going to look for us.
Cool. Thank you so much. Coming to you from right here at the National Pavement Expo 2023. Can't wait to the next one. Look forward to all the in-betweens, buddy. Thank you. Appreciate it, man. If you liked this video, go ahead and check out this video, or check out this video. And don't forget, like, comment, and subscribe right here below.